When I was a teenager, I lived in a house with a strange mirror, an old oval-shaped antique with a faded bronze frame. It hung in the hallway outside my bedroom. Everyone in my family hated it, but my mother insisted we keep it because it was a family heirloom. The mirror always felt wrong, not haunted, just unsettling, as though it showed more than it should. For years, I never looked at it, but everything changed the day I noticed something impossible. One afternoon, as I walked past the mirror, I saw a woman standing behind me. She wore a long dress and had thick, old-fashioned braids. Her head was bowed as if praying. But when I turned around, the hallway was empty. I blinked a few times and laughed it off. Maybe I was seeing leftover images from a video I watched. But later that evening, I saw her again. This time, she was standing closer, directly behind my shoulder. Once again, no one was there when I turned around. I didn't tell my parents. I knew they would either worry or accuse me of imagining things. But deep down, I could feel it. Someone else was inside the mirror, watching. A week later, I woke up to faint noise in the hallway, a gentle tapping. I opened my door slowly. The mirror was shaking, not violently, just enough to show movement. Tap, tap, tap. I whispered, "Hello." No answer. I walked closer and suddenly the mirror stopped shaking. Silence and stillness. As I stared at my reflection, I saw something that froze my breath. In the reflection behind my shoulder, the woman was smiling. Not a normal smile, a wide, unnatural grin that stretched far too wide. I ran back to my room and slammed the door shut. The next morning, I told my mother everything. I expected her to dismiss me, but instead, she sat down slowly, her face pale. "You saw her," she whispered. My heart dropped. "What do you mean, saw her?" She told me the mirror came from my great-grandmother's house, but my great-grandmother died. The family found her sitting in front of that mirror, stiff and cold like she died mid-conversation with someone. For years, my mother said, women in the family claimed they saw another woman inside the mirror. She appears to one girl in each generation. I asked who the woman was. My mother said no one knew. She never speaks, she said faintly. She just watches. One night, I woke up to a cold breeze, even though the windows were closed. My door was slightly open. The hallway light was off, but I could see the mirror glowing faintly, like someone was walking with a candle near it. Then I heard footsteps in the hallway, slow and heavy, like someone dragging a long dress behind them. I hid under my blanket, trembling. The footsteps stopped right outside my bedroom door. Then the tapping began again, but this time it wasn't on the mirror, it was on my door. Tap, tap, tap. My mother rushed out of her room, switching on the lights. When she did, the tapping stopped immediately. She found me crying on the floor. She didn't scold me or ask questions. She whispered, "She came out, didn't she?" My mother threw the mirror out the next day. I watched two men carry it to the dump. But as they placed it down, one of them frowned and said, "Why is someone standing behind us?" There was no one there. The mirror shattered on the ground a few minutes later, breaking on its own without anyone touching it. We thought that was the end, but 2 months later, in the reflection of my phone screen late one night, I saw her again, standing behind me, smiling.